Good morning! I'm here at the Longs Peak Trailhead inside Rocky Mountain National Park. And today, I'm going to go for Lightning Peak and Estes Cone. This is looking down from the summit of the crags, and this is what I'm going to go for today. I'm going to start right here. Somewhere right here is the Longs Peak Trailhead. I'm going to take it on up to Storm Pass, and then around and up to Lightning Peak, and then down and bushwhack it up the side to Estes Cone, and then back to the trailhead. Official start time, 6:40. And in 12 minutes, I'm up here to the first trail split. I'm gonna take the right for 2 miles up to Storm Pass. I'm on this nice downhill section right now, which I need to enjoy because it is slightly annoying on the way back. And in just over 30 minutes, I'm up here to the Eugenia Mine. And from the sounds of it, Eugenia didn't find diddly squat up here. And I am continuing to go downhill. There have been at least 3 downhill sections thus far. And this one looks like it goes on for quite a ways. Jamie and I just did Lightning Peak from the Longs Peak Trailhead late last year, I believe. It might have been early this year, not sure, but there was snow out here. We were thinking about bushwhacking up the side of Estes Cone, but it looked a little too hazardous, so we didn't do it. And that's looking up at Estes Cone. I'm gonna be bushwhacking up from the other side of it. I'm having to hike along here with my mouth closed. Otherwise, I'm gonna inhale one of these bugs. And I'm up here to the next trail split. Estes Cone, 1.2 miles. Storm Pass, a half a mile. This is the longest half mile you'll ever do. This part of the trail has finally flattened out a little tiny bit. It just starts going up like gangbusters there from the split. And in 1 hour and 10 minutes on the nose, I'm up here to Storm Pass. Well, I'm gonna keep the hike going. I'm gonna take it up the Estes Cone Summit Trail for just a second, and then I'm gonna split off and start wrapping it around the north side of the cone. And then right here by this tree sticking up in the middle of the trail is where I'm gonna split off. I actually did take a small little break. Tried to let my shirt dry off a little bit. Took a look at the GPS, and I look like I'm at a good elevation right here. I just want to maintain this as I wrap it around. I don't want to start dropping down. So far so good with the bushwhack. If anything, I'm cheating up high instead of dropping it down, because I want to come out above the Estes Cone Lightning Peak saddle. You probably can't see it, but that's going to be the summit of Lightning Peak right out there. So I'm in a really good position. I'm well above the saddle, And I just need to keep working it around a little bit further, and then I can drop down onto it. It's starting to get a little more nasty through here. I'm looking good. I'm liking where I'm at right now. It looks like you want to start heading down right here, but according to the GPS, that's really not what you want to do. We want to maintain this elevation for a little while longer until we are directly over the saddle. Then we want to start going down. All right, I think I'm close enough to the saddle. I'm going to start dropping it down, and it's just before the trees start getting real thick. Yes, I did this pretty good, and I have made it to the saddle. Now I just need to hike up there. That's looking over at Battle Mountain, and I am only about 1/10 of a mile away from the summit, with about a 200-foot vertical gain left. And this is the very final section. I just need to climb my way to the top. And I am up here, summit of Lightning Peak. And this took me just a smidge over 2 hours and 15 minutes. Alright guys, it's about 9:30. I've been sitting up here on the summit of Lightning Peak for a little over a half hour. But it's time to go. It's time to head on back down and then up and over Estes Cone. Alright, let's do it. Alright guys, I've made it back down to the saddle, and it is time to start whacking the cone. I'm looking at another 800-foot plus vertical gain up to the summit of Estes cone. I'm a little tired right now, and I'm honestly not feeling this climb, but I'm gonna push through. We're gonna get it. Good news, I've only got 3/10 of a mile up to the summit. Bad news, I still got about 800 vertical feet. I don't want to jinx this, but so far it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. You just gotta pick your way through, find the path of least resistance. See what I'm saying though? This isn't very bad at all. I'm about 60% up this thing from the saddle, and I'm closing in on 10,700 feet. So far, going up the side of Estes Cone has been less congested than coming around the base of it. That seemed way worse. That's looking back at thunder and lightning, and I'm probably 300 feet higher than the summit of lightning right now. So I'm getting up there. I'm only about 400 feet away from the trail that comes up. I just got to keep grinding. I am pretty much up here. We've got cairns from the trail. I can hear people, and it is only 10:35 right now. It only took me 1 hour and 5 minutes to get up here. No joke, there's like 20 people on the high point behind me. So I'm bypassing them around the front of the rocks here and gonna take it up to the summit. Sitting up here on the summit of Estes Cone, enjoying these amazing views of Meeker and Longs. Wow, they don't get much better than this. There's like a gang of people right behind me, this giant group. But I'm up here on the true summit, and you can see way out there to the Longs Peak Trailhead. And I'm thinking about going down right here, bushwhacking it to the trail, and then taking the trail back. Also, shout out to Cliff. He recognized my voice up here on the summit. We were chatting for a while, and he started heading on back. It's about 11:15, and the mob showed up to the true summit. So it is time to go. It's time to head on back, and I'm gonna try and go down this way, see what it looks like. These people are gonna probably think I'm crazy. Like, what is he doing? The trail's not over there. This is looking at the next part. I'm not sure what lies beyond that drop off. This is either gonna be really cool or really stupid. And if it's stupid, I'm gonna have to hike up like a couple hundred feet on out of here, which I don't want to do. I'm gonna make it work. I am gonna make it work. I mean, I'm looking at the ISO bars, and they look about the same as the other side, and that really wasn't too bad. I just need to get off these rocks. Oh geez, Oh, jeez. Well, I had to hike back up here anyway, because I left my poles up here. Derp. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, this is totally doable. It doesn't even look that steep. And I am seeing what look like remnants of cairns every once in a while. And there's another one. Hopefully there's some kind of path that goes down. That would be cool. So far, so good. I think I'm looking good, folks. I just checked the GPS and I'm less than 300 feet away from the trail that goes back down to Lily Lake. That's not the trail that I want. Mine's just a little bit below it. I might still be able to intercept Cliff as he's coming down the trail to Lily Lake. I am really close to it. All right, now I've made it back down to the trail that leads to Lily Lake. I'm gonna sit here for 1 second, change my camera battery, and get a drink of water. Well, I had a little bit of an accident. My power beans melted. And just like clockwork, I was probably sitting here for about 1 minute. I was changing my battery, and here comes Cliff, moseying on down the trail. I talked to him for about 1 second, but he just kept going. And my final trick of the day is going to be to navigate another 1/10 of a mile through all that nastiness down to the trail that I need that leads back to the Longs Peak Trailhead. Oh yeah, piece of cake. And I think I can see the trail way down there. All right, it's just now 12:12. So that did not even take me 1 hour to get down here. And that was with my mess up where I had to go back up and get my poles. So yeah, that's totally doable. I don't know if I'd recommend it, but it's doable. Oh my goodness, this is so nice. I haven't been on the trail since I split off from the Storm Pass earlier this morning. Oh my goodness, I am gonna cruise this thing. I really wish I didn't have to do this uphill part. I mean, it's got stairs and everything else. And there it is, Estes Cone. I literally just came down that slope. Final trail split. We're looking at a ½ mile back to the trailhead. This should only take about 10 to 12 minutes or so. All right, I am back. It is just now 1 o'clock, which means that took 1 hour and 45 minutes to come down from the Estes Cone summit, and that includes my little mess up. Looking at about 7 miles on that hike, maybe a little bit more, and probably an absolute elevation gain of about 1,800 feet. However, if you add up all the up and down, that's probably well over 2,000. Well, I hope you enjoyed that hike, and until the next one, y'all, peace.